Hey there, Healthy Disney crew. Welcome to today's video review of Epcot's Le Chef de France table service restaurant. The purpose of today's video is to share with you information about Les Chefs de France to help you make a decision as to whether or not you should include it on your vacation to Walt Disney World as a healthy option. Let's get started. Chefs de France is one of 4 restaurants in the French Pavilion in the Epcot World Showcase. This is a 1-credit table service restaurant, and it's described as a traditional provincial dishes served in a lively cafe atmosphere. So if you're looking for a casual date, lunch, or dinner, or a gathering for a bunch of girlfriends midday, or maybe even a business meeting, this is a really great place to be. So how should you go about applying your regular or deluxe Disney dining plan when eating here for a table service meal if you choose to use that? Option 1 is going to be the prix 3-course meal that comes with a drink, an appetizer, a main entree, and a dessert. Option number 2 is going to be to choose a main entree from the right-hand side of the menu, an appetizer from the prix menu options, and either a dessert or a drink, but not both. Now you can substitute the drink for the dessert if you are not going to do the prix meal, but you can't substitute the drink for an appetizer. So essentially, you're going to get a drink, alcoholic or not, no matter the combo, but the computer won't let them switch otherwise. I went with the prix 3-course meal. I felt like it offered the most. Now your third option is to order a la carte and not use your table service credit, so you're going to have to choose, but the value of a table service credit is $45 and the value of the 3-course prix meal is $39.99. So you will have to decide what you need to do based on your budget. Again, I chose to do the prix 3-course meal, and wow, it was a lot of food. Totally worth the price whether you paid out of pocket or used your credit, in my opinion. Now, similar to every other table service restaurant, it seems, in Walt Disney World, your server is going to bring you out some sort of fresh bread. Here, it was a fresh baked French baguette with your own slab of butter. Now, this came in a bag on a plate, so I felt like it was really easy to take to go. I just stuck it straight in my backpack and I ate it a few hours later. So I definitely recommend you take it to go. If you are worried that you're going to fill up on bread, I can definitely fill up on bread and they will bring me more and more and more. Put it away, or if you're trying to avoid that carbohydrate temptation in the first place, then just ask for your server not to bring it to the table. Now, my server was kind enough to ask me if I had any allergies that the chef should be aware of prior to ordering, which was great. But if your server doesn't ask you, then please let them know if you do have any concerns. On the prix menu, I chose the salad option for my appetizer, and that by itself was huge. This salad was a mix of greens, a house-made vinaigrette, diced smoked bacon, tomatoes, and croutons. And it weighed about 7 ounces, or just shy of 200 grams. So this was a pretty big salad for an appetizer salad. Yes, I do bring my food scale to the parks, so if you need to do that, go for it. I also ordered a cappuccino as my drink. I did not want a soda or an alcoholic beverage, so fortunately, a lot of these restaurants have coffee, and this cappuccino was perfect. Now, I followed that with the Boeuf Bourguignon and linguine. This was a huge plate as well. So the linguine weighed about 7.7 ounces or 219 grams in weight, and the beef weighed about 220 grams and was just shy of 8 ounces. So you got about half and half, the same for each, and that is quite a hefty meal. So unless you are starving, you can very easily split that. And for kicks and grins, just so you know, one normal serving size of pasta is about 2 ounces dry. And so once cooked, it might weigh about twice as much as it is dry once it has that water infused. So you're definitely getting about 2 servings of pasta here. And when it comes to the protein, a 4 to 6 ounce serving of protein is pretty normal for a meal. So you're definitely getting a little bit more than a serving size. I mean, unless you're a really big dude, that might be an 8 ounces a normal serving size for you. So you're gonna have to make that call for yourself, but it is quite a lot of food. Okay, I did ask my server if I would have been able to ask for half the amount of pasta as I received, and he did say yes, so keep that in mind. If you are eating pasta anywhere in Disney, it's probably going to be a lot. So feel free to ask your server if they can do a half portion of pasta. Now, he also told me that I could easily swap out the pasta for a side of veggies like broccoli, so definitely ask for that option if you're looking for a more voluminous carbohydrate to accompany your protein instead of that starchy carb like pasta. Now, I finished off my meal with the house-made sorbet and fresh Madeline, which was also a recommendation from my server, and this did not disappoint. Y'all, it was so good. I really wanted to go for chocolate. At this point, I trusted my server because he gave me some really great recommendations, so I went with this sorbet and it was fabulous. It came with 3 scoops of sorbet, and each scoop was a different flavor, and each scoop also weighed 2 ounces or 56 grams, which is about maybe 3/4 of the weight size for a typical serving size of ice cream or sorbet. The Madeline weighed 23 grams or 0.8 ounces, and it was really good too. So I definitely think this is a shareable dessert, 2 or 3 people. If you're just going there for dessert, you could eat it on your own for sure. And then the last recommendation my server gave me was this, and I just have to share it. He recommended for a lighter beverage, the limonada was only 84 calories and made with sugar cane instead of high fructose corn syrup. So if you are looking for something sweet, but you don't want an alcoholic beverage and you're not looking for a coffee, then maybe that limonada option is a good one for you. Overall, this restaurant was fabulous. I would absolutely go back. Really enjoyable. Great food, great options to kind of have a lighter side if you want, the salad or a smaller portion of carbs. They were really good with making modifications and just fitting my nutritional needs. Totally would put it on my list for my next trip. So a question for you, have you eaten in Chefs de France? And would you recommend this restaurant for someone traveling to Walt Disney World with health and fitness goals on their mind? What would you recommend ordering from this restaurant? Make sure you comment that down below so that everybody else who's watching this video can take a look, and it will help them to make their best decision. That is a wrap for this review. Thank you so much for joining me in today's Healthy Disney video. I hope this video showed you some of the healthy options and modifications available at Disney's Epcot's Chefs de France, and it helps you to make that decision beforehand on what you would like to order to stick to your nutritional goals. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider subscribing so that you don't miss out on the next Healthy Disney video. My name is Danye, and I post new videos weekly about fitness, food, and travel at Walt Disney World, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!